Hello, my friends. My name is Evelyn Joy, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to be mending two things by sewing them. One of them is this toy Mickey Mouse. His neck is ripping. And the other one is this coat for my daughter. My husband just washed it. It has a big rip in one of the sleeves. Let me find it real quick. Here it is. So we've got a big rip right there. So the first thing you want to do is you want to find thread that's a good color that matches it. So this is for Mickey Mouse. This is for the coat. It does not have to match if you do not care, but I care. And I own enough thread that I can match it, but you can sew it up with whatever. All right. I'm going to thread my little needle. Some people use a needle threader if you don't have good eyesight or if it's difficult for you or if the hole is particularly small. I like to double thread. So we take the double thread, lick our finger. This is just how my mama taught me. And we push it down our finger like that to make a really decent sized knot. Then we use our fingernails to pull it tight. Ooh. Sometimes you have to force it, I guess. This one doesn't want to go tight. There we go. I messed up. Okay. So only one of it did. Here I am showing you how to do it. No, I didn't do it right. I'm just going to tie this together with a decent sized knot I've already got there going. Wow. Okay, awesome. Deal. Now this knot's going to be on the inside, so then we're not going to see it on the outside. Okay. All right. So here we go. We're going to start off on the inside. So I sew on the inside here, black on black. This sewing is not even going to show hardly. So I'm just going to go back and forth and give our friend Mickey some stitches. Stitch up his tear, his wound, help him feel better. All right, let's see. There we go. I'm going to continue the process all along the tear. As you can see, now's a fun time to talk about the most popular video on my YouTube channel by far is just me sewing a hole in a couch. I did not expect that video to get any views at all, so I didn't give it good quality. I just kind of showed myself sewing a hole in a couch. There are so many people that have commented and said, this is the worst video ever. I'm like, I didn't expect anybody to watch it. And I really didn't expect it to be by far the most viewed video on my channel. Apparently people like to know these things, how to fix couches, but then they're disappointed by my low quality of video. So there's that. This video should be a little bit higher quality for you, as I've been doing YouTube for 5 years now. But yeah, I'm just going back and forth, sewing up Mickey's neck. So I sewed all the way along the tear, but I'm going back through a second time just to double reinforce it, just so it doesn't rip again, so that Mickey can have a good firm neck stitch here, and he won't have to go back under the needle again in the future, because if you don't sew it up properly, it can pop a seam again later. So kids are rough with their toys, man. You don't have to donate it or throw it away. You can just mend it, right? Mend it, and then all those favorite little toys. Okay, so one time we had a dog that chewed up my son's cat toy. So I ordered him a new cat toy. And in the meantime, I sewed back up that cat as best I could. I washed it in the washing machine. I sewed it, pieced it back together. I used cloth paint and put a new smile on it because the smile was completely gone. And it was now 3-legged with no tail. So when the new ones came in the mail, he wasn't interested in playing with those ones. He liked the one with the bigger smile that his mom sewed up for him, the one that was tattered and worn with love and had been through battle and survived. So he passed on the brand new kitty cats to his sisters, and that sewn up raggedy old toy became like his favorite toy ever. So just because a toy gets destroyed by a dog doesn't mean it's the end of its time being loved by a kid, because kids latch on to sometimes things for a unique reason. So we're done repairing Mickey. He's looking pretty good, Mickey. Thank you very much, Miss Evelyn. You're welcome. You're a nice friend. All right, now we're going to get out this thread. This thread is not exactly the color of the coat, but it's the closest color I've got. I'm cheap, so I'm not going to the store to buy a new thread to match this coat perfectly. It's just for like part of the sleeve that isn't even looked at. But this is another thing. I don't need to buy a whole new coat, and my daughter doesn't need to use a tattered coat with a big hole in it. I can just sew it. Problem solved. I'm glad my husband washed it because it was dirty too. It was dirty and had a hole, so got washed. Making maybe my knot will be more successful this time. There we go. We pull it with our fingernail. There we go. That's how you do a knot. I like to double thread. That's how my mama taught me. All right. Here's our tear. So my kids know me well enough that when their coat tears, when their favorite outfit has something wrong with it that needs sewn, like a button or a hole in the knee or something, I can sew it. Now, the problem with pants that get holes in the knees is a lot of that fabric wears thin all around it. Then you almost need like a patch. And I don't tend to patch things. What I tend to do with pants when they get a hole in them is they get cut into shorts. So you are welcome to buy patches and patch it up or what have you. I have sometimes sewn up the hole in the pants and then just for it to, okay, so you can see my sewing right there. This is the hole and I'm sewing it up. I have sewn up knees on pants and then they just bust them again. All right, 1 second. Sometimes you get like a little knot in your thread and you have to undo it. There we go. It's a little slip knot. I slipped it back out. All right, let's see. Can you see that? See where I've sewn it? Just like that. Now, could I sew these with my sewing machine? These are kind of in awkward spots where it's just a lot easier to sew it by hand. But I use my sewing machine for making things. It's just when clothing gets like a hole in it or needs a new button, some of that just takes some hand stitching, you know. It's an important skill to have to be able to fix things because sometimes it's your husband's work uniform that needs mending or something. My husband had some really cool shirts that had an old work logo on it. And so I cut off a strip of fabric from the bottom of the shirt and I sewed like a little pocket to cover up the little logo so that he could still wear the shirt, even though that's an old company, you know? Because it's a really cool blue long sleeve collared shirt that can be put to good use, but you don't really want to wear like an old company you don't work for anymore. So I did that for him. So now he's enjoying those nice long sleeve collared blue shirts to wear wherever he wants. Do with it what he wants. He doesn't have to advertise somewhere he doesn't even work. All right. Now I'm going to tie it up. So I spin the, there we go. I always double and triple tie because if that one little spot busts, then you have to redo it. All right, there we go. And see, I have to finish this video by 6. I have a third thing I can do if I have time for it. It's looking like I'll have time for it, so I might go ahead and do it. All right. Now I could use, I have one sharp tooth that I use for cutting thread. I could use the scissors, but yeah. It's not perfect, but it gets the job done. Good enough, right? All right. Now she can use her coat. What, babe? Okay, babe. All right. Well, my other project is I crocheted this teddy bear. Well, this Pooh Bear for a friend for Christmas, but I'm going to be adding a smile and some eyebrows to him, but I'll do that a different day. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.